MyCallCloud, we keep your calls clear. Support so smooth, your clients cheer. Smart tech powering your team all day. MyCallCloud, the cloud call way.
Welcome to the MyCallCloud Podcast, and today we have Steve Moylan, owner at NBRI. And of course,
welcome.
Raymond, please.
Thank you. Noah Cease, thank you for leading us today.
You're welcome. Steve, please.
Oh, this is fantastic. I can't believe you guys have this set up, so really excited to be here.
Isn't this fun? Literally,
Very
we just
cool.
come down here, have fun, talk about whatever topics we want to talk about. We've worked with Steve since, I think it was probably like 2015. This is probably 11 years, right?
Has it been that long?
Oh, dude, because
Yeah,
we
you're
opened up
right.
the office share in Henderson in 2015. Shortly after that, you found us.
That's right. Out of
Yep. We're
There
going to
we
get used to that. There
that's
you go.
right, because I'd taken over the business in 2012.
Yeah.
And working with a call center that was
And this was Mosaic,
yep.
right?
at
LLC?
Mosaic Inc.
Inc.
Oh no, sorry, Mosaic Development Systems
Okay.
Inc. And I remember clearly the day that I found you guys on Google Maps.
Yeah.
I'd been working with a vendor, a call center vendor, that they were a mess, and the owner was thinking about retiring, and he didn't have a backup plan.
Okay.
So it was just poor quality. Thought I'd look for a new call center.
Yeah.
Nothing out here.
Yeah.
And
Slim pickings for sure.
Somehow came across your company, called. Did I speak to Shad first?
You probably did.
And then the three of us, or four of us, Shad, you, Raymond,
Mm-hmm.
got together and discussed our issues and opportunities
At the
and
Lafayette
solutions.
Library.
At the library. That's
At the
right.
library across the street from the bar that
That's
has all the scotch.
The Louisville.
Yes, Louisville.
Yeah,
that's what it
Louisville.
was. Yeah.
And you guys were a software company.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was MyCallCloud at the time. So MyCallCloud, and we offered software, we offered call center solutions, we offered. So that's why it showed up for you, because you probably were like call center solutions or call center blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right,
You
in
needed
Google
you needed the call center, and we just had the technology. We were the service providers.
Right.
Well, I need a call center. I remember you asking, "Oh, well, Raymond, I'm getting commingled data, and I was supposed to have quality agents with clear, neutral accents, and they keep causing me grief." And so I'm like, well, okay, there's an opportunity there, and so that spun up BPO Edge
And you brought the Blind Institute,
of technology.
which was the best quality.
Human beings you've had in a while.
Well, even the surveys.
Yeah.
There's never been that high of a quality of a person conducting a survey. And then you guys got that ramped up, and it turned into the software solution for the reporting system.
Right.
And that I didn't see coming.
Well, we knew you had something that you were already using, but we knew it was probably the guy that was running it for you was no longer available, or was charging you an excessive amount of money, or whatever it was, and just couldn't do anything that you needed it to do. Like, you needed some changes to it. You needed to enhance it or upgrade it or add a feature or remove something, whatever it was. And of course we were like, well, we can take a look at it. We can go hire somebody. Like, I know how to code, but I'm not going to be able to code and run all this at the same time. So that's what we did. And Steve was one of the core reasons why we went out and got, grabbed the developer, JD, Jonathan Dizon. John, JD, heads up if you're watching. Appreciate you. And exactly, you like that call out? Is that fun?
One of the funniest guys I've ever met in IT.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's a nutball.
I can remember some lines he had during our conversations. I can't remember what he was comparing this to, but he said, "That's like a monkey scratching his eyeballs."
You see nuggets like this? You see nuggets like that right there? Where are you going to get that on video anywhere?
No.
Right?
Nowhere.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
Monkeys scratching their eyeballs.
I lost it.
Of course you did.
I was like, I want this guy on every call.
I know. He's fantastic.
Great
And he
guy.
gets it. He understands UI. He understands the back end. He understands the call center piece of it, which is a lot of developers don't get that piece. So as we pushed him into integrating into MyCallCloud and our dev environment, eventually he was going to get it,
Yeah,
So-
he's always 2 steps ahead. Plus, it's not directional. You don't tell him what you want. He's consultative.
Yes.
He asks questions, make sure you understand the end game.
That's right.
And what goes into that design. He's great.
Yeah. He's a great resource. And, you know, he didn't have like the full palette of developer experience behind him, but I knew he had the capacity to learn it. So, as you know, as we go through this journey we call life, you just find those people that you know that have the capacity to learn, and you can just put them into anything.
And in addition to that, it's a cultural fit for MyCallCloud.
Yeah.
And very importantly, it's a talent fit. You can find people with expertise, supposedly,
Right.
but they don't have the talent
Right.
that takes you to that next level like John does.
Yeah, and it's the interactions with human beings. It's the interactions with our team, with the customers, with human beings, with the project.
Right.
Like he's fluid with. He's not stuck or rigid in any of those.
It's a good point.
Communications.
Very good client interactions.
He does. He keeps it light and fun for sure. Every Friday we have a development meeting. Okay, so this morning we had our development meeting. Raymond usually runs it because usually sales drive the need for all the development, and we call it Whip It Out Friday.
Oh,
yeah, it's not very
do
HR.
I want to see that?
Not very HR appropriate, but what we
We show code. Come on.
we probably should rephrase that. But yeah, we
Putting
show
image in
code.
my head right now.
We
I
show
can't get
projects.
out.
We show
Share the screen.
What is the development group working on this week? What have they accomplished? Is there one of our guys whipped out the DID management tool? We've got an internal initiative for some management of some phone numbers to make sure that we're capturing the inventory correctly. Anyway, he had a week to work on it. I was like, Serge, you want to whip it out? Because we call it Whip It Out Friday. So he did. He whipped it out. He showed it. It looks good. I mean, he's got a nice start on it at least. So
I'm going to use that in the subject line of the email marketing.
Whip It Out Friday.
We've got something to show you.
It's going to catch attention, isn't it?
Record openings.
Yeah. Or check out my podcast because that's going to get an open rate that's
that.
way high.
That's good.
Yeah. And then you throw in 3 or 4 of these clip links. Boom, boom, boom. Right in the grid tab, right as it shows up for them. Little previews for the YouTube show up.
Oh, there you go.
What? That's a marketing email? Yes. That's a marketing email right there.
That's cool.
And then you'll be able to talk about your business. So tell us what you do, Steve, and why did you get into banking? Like, how did you? I know your origin story goes further back than that, and I don't know where it starts, but I know where it starts with me, right? And it starts with banking, and it starts with Mosaic development systems, and it starts with surveys. But before that, what were you doing?
So I would credit where I'm at today in terms of what kind of business I'm in to learning Spanish. In early 90s, 93,
Okay.
I'd been working for a company out of college for a few years and purchasing Omaha, Nebraska. Felt like it just was going nowhere.
Oh, that was the Omaha connection. Okay.
And that's why I always wanted to learn Spanish because I'd taken an intensive course in college. The instructor was dynamite, Puerto Rican. She might have been 4 feet tall, but she was so good. I mean, charismatic.
This is what you remember about her?
This
She
is
was
what I
4 feet
remember,
tall.
Yeah, but
Okay.
her just jovial, fun.
Charisma.
And so my brother-in-law at the time is from Mexico. He's a professor at Lincoln, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I have to move back to Mexico City and teach there for a while based on my contract because they paid for his education,
Yeah.
Mexican government. I said, oh. And he said, why don't you come down and live with us?
No.
I said, what the heck?
Were you single at the time?
Kind of.
Semi-attached.
We all know what that means.
So
Yeah. She was there somewhere.
she was there.
Yeah.
So I just, you said, heck with it.
Yeah.
Quit my job, took my money that I saved. Got a call a week later.
How old were you?
I was 26.
Okay. So you had started your career. You had started moving,
Yep.
chugging a little bit. Okay.
Yep. Everyone said I'm nuts.
Yeah.
From the
Good for
vendors I
you.
worked at.
Moving to
people I
Mexico
worked
was
with,
nuts?
Friends, everybody. They're
Really?
like, what are you doing?
Good for you.
You had a great job. And I said, I just feel like I gotta. This is
Yeah.
It makes sense to me, even as crazy as it is.
Sure.
So quit my job, got everything ready. Brother-in-law and sister down in Mexico City.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call. Hey, did you quit your job? Wait, it's not starting out well. He goes, they messed up on my contract, so I broke it. We're moving back.
What?
And I go, oh, can we cuss on here?
Yes. You say whatever you want, man. Yeah.
And where
Full-on
were you
panic,
like
right?
packed and ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
You were days from
A
leaving?
week.
A week. You were a week out from leaving the country to move
And
to
I'm
Mexico
like-
City. And your brother-in-law is like, time out?
Yes. And it was right about this time.
You quit your job?
Right
Quit my
before
job.
Christmas.
Oh, my God,
And I'm
Steve.
like, now what?
Yeah.
That weekend, I'm living in downtown Omaha. I go to this coffee shop, and I run into a girl that I knew in college, Sandy Catrocios. Kind of getting her up to speed of what I'm doing, what she's doing.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what are you doing? She goes, I live in Mexico, in Puebla, a city east of Mexico City, about 2 hours. And I go, what?
Sandy,
I go-
what are you talking about?
I go, what are you doing? She said, studying at a university there. I said, I just quit my job to move down there. My brother-in-law, it's not working out. She goes, oh, I know a guy that needs a roommate.
Wait, hold on.
That weekend.
That serendipitous moment
That's
happened
serendipity, exactly.
at a coffee shop in Omaha, Nebraska, with an old college colleague
just
that you knew?
friend.
Friend. What?
But it was mind-blowing. I was like,
Can you imagine all the variables that have to line up for that? That's ridiculous.
It makes you believe in something bigger, right?
Well, you'd have to at that point.
Absolutely.
Right.
That was a moment that needed to occur on your timeline to change the trajectory of your life forever.
For me to go in.
And it's exactly
to
what it did.
that, and she didn't live anywhere. Her mom didn't live anywhere near there because she was home for Christmas to see her mom.
I love stories like that. Those are awesome.
Love it. Yeah. Getting goosebumps over here.
And we're great friends to this day.
That's awesome.
So she sets me up. I get picked up by a guy, Tonio Pineda. He picks me up at the airport. He's going to be my roommate.
No shit.
Bilingual.
Yeah.
He'd lived in the United States for years when he was young. Anyways, he takes me straight to a party. I can't speak any Spanish.
What time of day is this?
This is at probably 9 o'clock at night.
So it's night. Okay, you got
Oh,
in
they're
late.
winding up, and you're ready.
Oh
to-
yeah, and his all of his friends, they're probably from upper middle class, wealthier kind of group of people.
Sure.
Takes me to this party, and as soon as we get there, and I had never really smoked pot before.
Yeah. 26.
26.
Okay.
They get me high off my ass. In the middle of Mexico City, can't speak anything.
First
and
day.
I'm in complete paranoia.
First 3 hours.
First 3 hours.
Welcome to Mexico.
Before midnight,
doing?
you're high in Mexico.
And it was a bad high.
Oh my God, Steve. Oh, you got paranoid.
Sorry.
You had the paranoid.
Totally paranoid.
Yeah. That sucks.
So anyways, next day we go to Puebla where his apartment is.
Yeah.
And from there I start backpacking around Mexico. Then I was like, okay, I'm running out of money. I start teaching English to make money, and I start taking classes.
Okay.
Can't really figure it out.
Yeah.
I can't. Everybody spoke English at the university, so I'm like,
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine from Boulder, actually, that I met down there, he and I flew to Guatemala. We heard about this intensive.
Hang on. You met somebody from Boulder in
yeah.
Mexico City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
you want to expand on that
it
for a
was an
second?
international university, so
Oh my God.
you immediately meet people from U.S., Europe.
Yeah, well, the white
Africa,
guys
whatever.
say hello to each other.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's funny how when you're in a land of homogeneity, like Mexicans
So you just pop
or
out.
Japanese,
Yeah,
you just
everywhere.
pop out.
Oh,
right?
and you're a little
And so you
taller
go to the
than
people
most.
you're comfortable with, and that's other English speakers. And
Mhm.
so, but there's all these Europeans and Americans we hung out with, Canadians, a group of us. Anyways, one of them was Stuart from Boulder. He works for me to this day.
Oh, nice.
And we hear about this intensive Spanish school in Guatemala. So he and I, another guy, flew over there. Long story short, you live
From
with a
Mexico.
family.
You're in Mexico still?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you hop over to Guatemala.
Guatemala.
You got intensive program. Okay. Got it.
To force
And,
you to be able to learn Spanish because you can't do it in Mexico City.
Yeah, 'cause
because
everybody
you're surrounded
speaks
by
English.
English
Yeah.
speakers.
So we join the program, and each of us gets assigned to a family.
Okay.
And
Like a host family.
Yeah, host
Okay,
family.
got
They
it.
cook for you,
Oh,
3 meals a day.
very nice.
And then you go to the school inside this big walled off area compound.
Yep.
And you sit outside in a chair, a little table, and your instructor's across from you, and you you converse in Spanish for 6 hours.
Wow.
Brutal.
Immersive.
Oh,
Okay. You're there.
brutal.
All right.
I
Cool
think we're
program.
gonna-
It sounds like a really cool.
It's a great program.
Okay, good.
Brutal, but you learn.
And on
Yeah.
the weekends we could travel, which we have stories that don't need to be told.
Mm.
No one want to hear it.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we I get a good base of Spanish though. And I'll tell you the stories another time about
Okay.
stuff.
Well, listen, this is not your
That's
only
another day.
This is not your only visit here. This is the start of something that's going to happen probably 3 or 4 times.
I think I love it.
Good.
Love it.
Perfect.
So he and I fly back, and I had my obsession with learning the language. I was almost ready to just go home.
Yeah.
But my obsession to learn it also stemmed from I met a girl down there,
Ah, the girl.
and
Always.
we couldn't speak each other's language.
Yeah.
And I saw her at a bar one night, and I got my friend Sandy, the girl that
Yeah.
got me down there. I said, "You got to translate for us."
Yeah.
And this girl wanted nothing to do with me.
Ah,
And
yeah.
I said, "You know what? I have to go to the restroom. I'll be right back."
Yeah.
I come back. She bolted.
Yeah.
I went back to that same bar for 3 weeks.
Of course you did.
Every night. She finally showed up in the 3rd week.
Yeah.
Said, "Give me a shot."
Yeah.
So this is before I went to Guatemala. She goes, "Fine." I go, "But I don't have
Fine.
I don't have a car."
That's what she said,
Yeah,
fine.
She was like, rolled her eyes.
Jesus. Yeah.
She picks me up,
yeah.
right? So we go to the place like Denny's. It's called Veeps.
Okay.
We're having coffee. Can't speak to each other. Awful. So I take a napkin. I was like, "You know what? I'm going to tell her I'm going to Guatemala."
Yeah.
And then from there, I've got to go to a wedding. When I get back to Mexico City,
Yeah.
I have to go to a wedding in Nebraska, and I'm in the wedding.
Oh my God.
So I take a napkin out and I'm drawing a plane, a church, a groom, a bride, and a ring. And her face, I mean, she's pretty dark skinned. She went white.
Yeah. She's
Like,
like,
what?
you're asking to marry
Yes.
her, right?
So I'm like, "Oh my God." She's like, "We're done." She drops me off.
No
I'm
mas.
mortified. I'm like obsessed with this girl. I've never chased a girl in my life like that. And I did that. I mean, when people say men are stupid, that was
The brain was
my
fully
shining
engaged
moment.
there.
So I come back from Guatemala.
I can't imagine what she was thinking.
Oh,
Can't imagine.
Even to
Oh,
this
she was-
day.
This guy can't talk to me, but here's
she's
the napkin.
just
He passes.
spectacularly beautiful, right?
Of course.
And so you come back to
So I
Guatemala.
come back from Guatemala to Mexico City or Puebla,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
my
okay, I
God,
got to go to the
Steve.
wedding. Go to the wedding. Sorry, I went to Guatemala, then I came back, went to the wedding, and I come back, and I call her, and I could speak a base of Spanish.
Okay.
I said, "Hey, to
Yeah.
gringo,
Yeah.
give me one more shot."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God, this guy won't go away."
You're right.
I
Ridiculous.
said, one more shot, and then I'll never call you again.
Yeah.
I show up at her house. Her niece, who was 3, had just read the book called, have you heard of The Little Prince?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
International kids book?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think so.
He had really blonde hair and a light blue jacket, and he would jump between planets.
Okay.
I show up in a light blue jacket. I had blonde hair back then. They opened the door,
Little
and that little 3-year-old screamed bloody murder and ran over and grabbed me and hugged me and would not let go.
What?
You were like the little
She was
prince.
saying in Spanish,
Little Prince.
"My Little Prince."
Yeah.
And then her sister was there, pregnant, and she could talk your ear off. And I got to know her within 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Great. She's one of the most amazing women you'd ever meet. Smart ass was giving me shit within 10 minutes. Then Lily comes down the stairs, and she sees me with a niece, and I'm like,
Yeah.
right,
Interacting.
I'm in.
Bony points.
Yeah,
And from
you
there,
passed muster through at the front door.
and
Yeah.
in 10 days, 11 days, we'll be married at 30 years.
Damn.
Congratulations.
So, sorry for the long
No, you're
Oh,
good,
that's
man.
great.
build up.
That's great.
So while, of course, I said I'm going to learn Spanish, I was going to get away from my life,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But learning Spanish came along the way. And I thought, well, maybe I can use this for getting a job. Surprisingly not. It wasn't that. It sounds sexy,
Mm-hmm.
but they just weren't going to hire you because of that, except for one company, Gallup.
Gallup.
A friend of mine from
Small,
college,
tiny little,
another
Oh,
small
just
thing, another
tiny little small.
guy
Oh,
from my
another
fraternity.
serendipitous thing?
Yes.
Please.
I ran into him when I got
Rip it.
back, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I learned Spanish," and he goes, "My brother-in-law oversees Latin America for Gallup." It's like, really? So
you
we meet,
Really?
and he goes, "I can't speak Spanish. I need a guy that can sell." And I was like, "All right." So I went through the interviewing. I got hired.
Did you get the biggest signpost in the world? They're like, "You're going here, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, follow me. I'm the white rabbit, right, from the Matrix. Follow me, bud. Here we go."
Basically,
Jesus.
crazy.
Yes.
Meet the right people at the right time.
So they moved me to Miami, and then we opened a city in Mexico City, moved back to Mexico, and then to Atlanta. Anyways, along the process, I learned this whole thing I never really knew about called market research and
Sure.
survey research,
Gallup.
political research,
Yeah.
Gallup, the name. Amazing experience. So that's how I got into survey research. was
Unreal.
convincing my wife to go out with me, and had to learn Spanish to do it. And the Spanish got me the job.
No, it was not that. It was the napkin.
That's going to be the story. If I write a book, it's going to be called The Napkin.
The
napkin.
napkin.
I love it.
It was the napkin.
And then after that, it was just taking those opportunities, those doors that open before you, and being open to it and walking through the door.
Listen,
Right
when have
time,
you told
right
that
place.
story before?
Just to people that are close to me.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
No,
Very rarely.
You've got that origin story forever.
Perpetuity.
And those nuggets you just laid out there, people are going to grab onto those.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's connection. Because now people know you. They know where you're from. How did you get here?
Personalized.
Personalized it. Yeah.
You're a real person.
Yeah, that origin story. That's why the origin story gets so many views. That's why when we talk about origin stuff, the AI picks it up all the time because people want to know where you came from. How'd you get here? What was the struggle? What was the napkin? What was the signpost? Right?
You know what? That emotional connection, I firmly believe in.
Absolutely.
I mean,
You found
Buying
us
a
no
program.
differently, by the way.
right.
Oh,
Serendipitously
Serendipitous.
using Google Maps. Nobody finds us on Google Maps.
Nobody's found us on Google Maps except for
Nope.
you.
Except you.
I went in and I said, call centers near me.
Yeah. Big sign.
That's crazy.
And we're not even call centers. We're
I know.
call center
That's-
solution
that's-
providers.
No.
But you guys didn't turn it away,
Yeah. We didn't turn it away.
which was impressive because most people say, well, it's not in our wheelhouse.
Sure. So we brought this up the other day. We were talking to somebody else about, what I put on the table for our customers and our initiatives and our opportunities. I try. We're a trial and error. Let's try it. We've seen call centers. We know how they work. Let's try. We know how remote shit works. We do this. The only thing we don't have is like the connection to the people. And then blind IT shows up. So now we have connection to the people that need jobs. Plug it.
Well,
Yeah.
that came after.
You didn't know that?
No,
Yeah. That came after. That was serendipitous for us.
that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
It was from take it away. Where'd you learn it from?
A Denver Post article.
A
because
Denver
the,
Post article.
The
reads
Blind
the Denver
Institute
Post?
of Technology had made the cover, and it had, Michael Hess on the cover. And I'm like, hey, we're in call centers. That's a great win-win scenario. Let's go talk to Mike Hess
We meet him at Starbucks.
A coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
down by Sloan's Lake. Yeah.
At Sloan's Lake. We didn't serendipitously
Right,
meet him there.
but
We
still.
met him there.
A connection.
And
Took
we
off
started
from
talking
there.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and and it's been a great relationship ever since.
Yeah.
Win-win-win solution.
Yeah, there's win-win-win. Ray likes to go win-win-win-win-win-win. He names like 8 wins. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It feels about right.
Well, with the blind folks, it is because they get employment and blind institute.
You get value. We get value. Everybody gets value. There's like 7 people that get value from that thing, right? A lot.
And what I was going to say is I remember the day you called me up, and I remember where I was at that time.
Really?
And well, the call center that you had been using, the reason you were making those phone calls, you needed to find a replacement.
Verified seats, right?
No.
Was that was before?
later.
That was later?
Yeah, that was separate. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I remember you're like, Raymond, what am I going to do? I can't find, because you had been through the ringer a couple of times with a couple of these outsourced BPO call centers.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, well, you know what, Steve? We have the technology. We have the ability. We can take this on for you. Because I remember just the sound of your voice. Like, what am I going to do to get these surveys? Because those agent-driven, human-driven surveys are so rich, and without them, it cripples your ability to give good feedback to these institutions.
Right.
And then that was sort of the rest was history at that. And then
Great.
the blind folks.
Great job killing
When
a
I
good
think-
conversation, Raymond. Jesus Christ, fuck. Wow. I wanted to talk about Steve's jacket. Raymond's
Well,
like,
you can
let's talk
flip to that.
seriously. Oh, my God. Okay.
No,
All right.
But the
I
story is,
remember that turning point.
I
Steve
think-
will respond.
I think with us, what the alignment was, don't close doors,
That's it.
right?
Yeah.
Like getting into the ticket business.
Yeah.
I didn't know crap about that, but what I did know was how to train sales guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that obviously went down burning.
It was, that was a policy issue. I think you guys got just stuck in the middleware somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think that was like a missed process problem. I think that was like
No, I think you guys were great.
it was just like a policy issue with Google or one of those advertising folks, right?
It was my. Did I tell you?
No, I don't think you give us the full detail. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know
no,
if you can you?
I
Because
think
there
so.
was legal issues there.
Yeah.
And
You wanna
we
think
were
about it?
providing
It was
call center
one party
services
wanted
for side
The other
business.
party.
Yeah,
out.
just be vague.
But yeah.
Yeah.
One party wanted the other out,
That's it.
and so it turned into a 2 months later after being kicked out.
Yeah.
Then Google came in and shut it down.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And
What
then,
did you learn from that experience? Because people will grab onto this experience too.
If you lose your ethics, you lose your way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And vet who you're in business with.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to come get into business with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to join. You one, you got to have the the elbow
Yeah.
grease.
Sure.
2, humility. You come in with ego, that's going to break everything down, right?
Right. Disrupt all
3,
the process. Yeah.
you better have a thick skin and wake up at 4 a.m. wondering how you're going to make payroll. Are you prepared? Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That the gut wrenching thing of owning a business is hard to explain. Everybody only sees the shiny,
The glamour.
right? The glamour.
Well, they come in 8 to 5. They don't carry all the weight,
Right.
and all
Veb
the
said
responsibility.
The delight. They see the
the
delight.
delight.
Yeah. What a great word. The delight.
If I have one more person say, "Oh well, you're successful, you have all this money," and you're like, "Sit down for a second.
Yeah.
Let me explain something."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then they walk away with, "Oh,
Let me tell you about the grind.
yeah."
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
blood,
You don't
the
see
sweat,
the-
the tears.
You don't see those dark moments.
Yeah.
When the bank's calling, the people are like,
Yeah.
"We're not getting a raise this year."
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
So they don't see all that.
No.
So, getting into the research side, I didn't know anything about research.
Yeah.
We had statisticians, so we had an expert model, where you go in the sales guy, but
Right. You got support.
you've got the expert with you.
Yeah. You got support you bring with you, right?
You get them excited.
Yep.
But if the question comes up and says, So explain how partial least squares work.
There you go.
Here's my man.
Here's my expert right here.
I know what we're measuring, and I know what you do with it. If you want to know the details,
Here's our guy.
here's our guy.
Yeah.
So it was at a time where market research, which is the encompassing industry for what we do now, customer satisfaction, employee engagement stuff.
Right.
It was at a crossroads because Gallup was saying, we've got to go in a different direction, not just the data collection, because that's a commodity.
Right.
The reports, they're great, but they're going to put that on a shelf.
Yeah.
Over time, we can't get to the executive table. We're stuck with mid-level management.
Yeah.
And we had these different divisions or departments, if you will, or practice areas. One was employee survey work. And we did this massive study. 10 million employees, 3 million managers.
Okay.
10 million customers, 3 million managers, I think it was. Anyways,
Okay.
To try to identify these stupid employee surveys that we've been doing up until the late 90s. We want a happy employee.
Yeah.
Now what we found out was we want an engaged employee.
That's it.
Right. So when we looked at the research and started taking financial metrics from these companies that were working with us on this massive engagement, we found if we asked the right question and how we performed on that would have very directly linked business outcomes.
Right.
Productivity, sales, retention of employees, customer loyalty.
Measurable.
Yep. Profitability.
Yep.
Ask the right questions, not just frilly, cute questions.
Right.
Same thing on the customer side. And they link together.
Of course they do.
Aha moment. So we wrote a book called First Break All the Rules.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
What? You were part of this book?
I was part of the follow-up book.
Okay.
I came in right after they launched that book.
Yeah.
And then we had a follow-up book called Follow This Path.
You don't tell anybody about this? Follow This Path?
Was it a
by
Gallup
Steve Moylan?
book?
No, not by me.
Oh.
I was just contributed. I didn't.
Contributor.
The authors
Okay.
were Gabriel Gonzalez and I think it was Kurt Kaufman or Marcus Buckingham.
Okay.
And so we entered into this whole model at Gallup of because writing a book got your name.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
It
Sure.
got
published.
It still
credibility.
does today.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Credibility.
Gets that credibility.
Credibility, notability.
Mhm.
Conceptual ideas get across.
You can communicate.
So we, so Gallup wrote a series of books, Strengths Finder, which is actually a tool to identify your personality. Very fascinating stuff. So we pull all this together, and that's the human behavioral side of a company that drives performance.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So we took on the McKinsey approach to consulting. Because back to what I was saying, it was a period of market research needed to do something different.
Right.
So Gallup took it in the consulting side.
Okay.
We need to become consultants, not just here's your data collection, your report, goodbye.
Right.
It's what do you do with it?
The customers were not able to really make decisions at that point with the information you were providing them. You needed to really provide more of a handheld approach.
Exactly. They were siloed.
Yeah.
So we went into teaching them training systems, all these different services that we could provide based on the consulting we were also giving them.
Yeah.
This is a holistic view on how to run your company.
Yeah.
Right?
A true consultative approach.
Yes.
This is how we're going to help you.
And it went off like gangbusters. So anyhow, I had left Gallup because I wanted to move out here to Colorado. We had a son with Down syndrome born and wanted to be closer to family. We were in Atlanta.
You were in that. Oh, so you were Gallup, Atlanta.
Yep.
Back to Colorado.
So we
you were never here in Colorado. You were mostly a Nebraska guy, right? And then you knew people in Colorado
before I moved to Mexico.
before you moved to Mexico. Okay. Nebraska before Mexico or Colorado before
Nebraska.
Mexico? Okay. And then, so you had some Colorado connection here at some
Yep.
point. We don't know about that, but
My sister, yeah.
your sister. Okay. There it is.
So Gallup didn't have a spot for me if I was going to leave Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be in Omaha. And I said, no, I want to be in Colorado. So I reached out to another firm that I knew that did similar stuff, and they hired me and moved me out here.
Okay.
From there, didn't like that organization. Went to a few research companies after that. Running their customer loyalty division or
Sure.
multicultural research divisions. Didn't get the consulting piece.
Okay.
They were mired in that data collection report. Here you go.
Yeah.
So, 2012, my business partner now, who very close friend, calls me in 2009. He says, "Hey, why don't you come work where I'm at?" Because he was at Gallup also.
Okay.
He's at
Oh,
the
you guys
same
met at
company.
Gallup?
Yeah.
All right.
And hit it off. So I go to work with him there out of Connecticut, living here.
Okay.
And 3 years later, he and I brought this whole concept of customer experience, and we had this whole practice. He started it. I followed his footsteps. But we created this whole department, and it was going off like gangbusters.
Okay.
Banks, it was mostly with banks, or it was all with banks. And we introduced this system of customer experience and how you hold people accountable to the behaviors and the experience they're having at the bank, et cetera.
Yes.
And there were some operational mess ups that were out of our control. And at one point, it got so bad that I'm sitting in Birmingham, Alabama at the airport.
Oh, geez.
Just got done with the bank. Great experience.
Yeah.
And I get a phone call. The bank that we'd operationally screwed up, the data collection, all that.
Oh, no.
Because they were giving out bonuses to people based on our data, and it was wrong. Again, out of our control, but the bank wanted somebody's head. So they took the guy that was in charge of that bank, that project. Get this. I'm at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm at the bar having a beer.
Yeah.
Just great client meeting.
Yeah.
I get a call. My mother, she goes, I had 4 sisters. She goes, Teresa died. I was like, oh my God.
Shit.
Right?
Yeah.
I get off the call. I get the other call. Sorry, we got to let you go.
Oh my God. You got a double whammy?
Double whammy.
Back to back?
Back to back.
Okay,
After
so
a really good meeting with the client.
Exactly.
Shit. So this is what Steve gets, right? He gets these signposts. Follow me. This way, this way, this way.
Roller coaster.
And then all of a sudden they're
Bend
like,
over.
bam, bam. Got you.
Oh,
Sucker.
right?
That's
Totally.
harsh. I know.
Totally.
Sometimes the roller coaster is really bad.
Oh.
It is. Sometimes you're way up there and sometimes you are way down.
Way
there.
down.
Oh, you're like, what the hell
2005.
am I doing here?
2005, I lost 6 family members.
Oh, my God.
So you're like,
Wow.
so that you don't get used to it, right?
Right. No,
You get
never.
numb, but you don't get used to it.
Right.
Anyhow, so I had an arrangement with them, kind of a severance.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got to find a job.
Yeah. But you have a little runway, right? You have a month or two.
little
Okay.
runway.
So you're not like desperate. You're out there. You're in the market.
A couple weeks later, a buddy of mine says, hey, I'm looking for a business to buy.
Oh, my
This
God.
one's not down my alley. It
can't
looks like it's down your alley. Sure enough, it was Mosaic.
Oh, my God.
Same kind of stuff. Another wow.
Serendipitous.
Here, Steve,
Well,
come
that's
here. It's like the guy at the airport, like Steve Moylan this way, limo driver. Yeah.
There's the big arrow.
Follow me.
So follow me.
Yes.
So I end up buying the company, had enough money from the
Nice job.
departure.
That's not easy to do either.
And it was close.
Yeah.
And then got into owning a business. And that first year was
Hang on tight.
holy shit.
What did the books
What did I
look
do?
like? What is this?
What did I do?
Taxes?
Debt?
Shit.
Debt?
Debt service? It's rough.
And
Client management.
lost 25% of the clients. Because, when you're doing sales training, it's about the guy. It's not about the service.
Oh, God.
So the guy that was gone now,
Yeah.
he's actually become a friend of mine too.
Yeah.
And I consider you guys friends too.
Absolutely.
So anyways, we get through it, work through it, get Mosaic going pretty well. But then COVID hits,
Yeah.
no in-person training. And the marketing is for a small business to try to get your like the surveys research, we were going like this, and then it just went,
Yeah, right.
And you
Right.
need to reach the folks that are behind, where they are protected from.
Yeah, I need the
vendors
C
and
level.
for you to-
Absolutely. So once we're in, they absolutely love us. So 3 years ago, in January, this business comes up for sale, and I can't remember why I reached out to Ron, the guy that brought me into that one company, and we met at Gallup and everything. We've stayed close, and he's like, "Let's get it."
Let's get it.
Yeah, I said,
Good price.
That was the
Good
response.
client
Yeah.
base.
and it's
Oh, cool.
like 6 times bigger than Mosaic.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, this is a big chunk.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a big loan.
It's a big bite.
And so the
Scary. A
strategy
scary
was-
bite.
Scary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the strategy was, Mosaic and NBRI would, had complementary services.
Yeah.
Still does. NBRI was all survey.
Yeah.
Reporting, some consulting. And Mosaic is a lot of training in person.
Yeah.
But also survey research.
But you had built a process service offering for
Right.
that training, right? And that was the primary reason why people wanted you to come train our people. You're going to see an outcome, measurable, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You said it perfectly. How do we move the numbers, the
Right.
needle, right? Well, it's the training,
It's training.
and then it's accountability on the metrics, KPIs that you're creating.
Ask the right questions.
Ask the right questions.
There you go.
So we get MBRI, and kind of Mosaic I had to put on cruise control because people weren't buying survey research in
Right.
the last couple of years.
Right. It tailed
And in
off
COVID,
pretty
not
quick.
at all.
It tailed off pretty quick.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, MBRI works with, you name an industry.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
They're engaged.
It's been around 42 years by the time we bought it. And we you don't know what you got until you buy it, and then
Yeah.
you got to get under the
Oh
hood.
shit.
And that was what we said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pull the
shit.
wires out. Oh my
Get
god.
yourself a tiger by the tail.
What are we doing?
Yeah. It was almost, I would call it a transactional relationship with our clients.
Okay. Okay.
They would get a new client. It would last 2-3 years. And
Oh.
there was no
No reinvestment.
no
Nurturing.
nurturing.
Yeah.
There's no nurturing.
Right.
And there was no what's next.
Yeah.
Right. Because in our research,
Offer
here's
the
what
next
we're
thing.
seeing. What's next? Well, here's what you want to do. Right.
Yeah.
You lead the client down the path. That's what they want.
Right.
And that's like the training component.
Well,
So-
especially if you're a trusted vendor. Right.
Yes.
Hey, this is the next thing we're doing in our group. We're seeing some success here
Yeah.
with other customers, blah, blah, blah. There's some momentum. You should hop on board.
Right.
What do you think?
Right.
Yeah.
And that, like
It's
we
not
said
a
to
hard
the
sale.
employees, when we took over, the employees were like, we didn't know this was going to happen. So we're trying to train them on what this whole conceptual approach to
Yeah.
all this is. So the number one thing, what do you think our clients are doing with these results? Blank stares. Great
Blank stares.
people, great employees, tremendous employees.
Nobody had a thought.
But nobody had, they would never been taught.
Wasn't part of the culture there.
Right. It was stay in a box, do your role.
Process only.
So
Don't
we
use your
said-
brain. Yeah.
We said they're making decisions.
Yeah.
That's how important this is. They're making decisions on this, on
For
these
their
results,
employees.
for their
For
employees,
their business.
customers,
That's right.
their processes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I think I've mentioned this to you. MyCallCloud is responsible for almost $200,000 worth of salary a day for our agents that are connected to our service for our customers.
Oh my gosh.
Almost $200,000 a day. Yeah. So it's serious. So when
Very
we're like,
serious.
we can't go down, there's no downtime.
Well, it doesn't even mention the revenue that this is
the
generating.
revenue is missing. Yeah.
I mean,
Just the
for your
salaries
clients.
is almost $200,000 a day. That's the estimate.
Holy cow.
Yeah, employee salary.
Yeah.
Not ours. All of our customers.
And then you think downstream, the customer experience. What's happening with the software, the services you guys provide, the seats.
That's right.
Are they
Or
working?
yeah,
Are
the
they
fulfillment
breaking down?
processes,
Right.
all those other services they offer, the things that they go by in their neighborhoods for their families and their grocery stores. So when you think about it as a business owner, when you really zoom out and you look down in, you're like, it's way more important than you really even realize.
You know, it's a great point, and you have to help employees see that.
Yeah.
Buy into it.
Because that was our biggest challenge, was out of the box thinking.
Yeah.
We have this tremendous software platform, but they were never allowed to question.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's important. All those business aspects that.
What's the employee retention rate for you guys? Do you guys?
I mean, internally here, we've only lost one person in 13 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah, she decided to spend more time with her boys, which I appreciate. Agatha, you were
yeah.
absolutely fantastic
I
for
remember
us.
Agatha.
And
She
we'd have her
left
back
for
in a
family.
second. We'd have her back in a second if she wanted to come back. So,
That's cool.
but she's working. She's actually she's baking macaroons. This is the thing she enjoys, and spending time with. She's got twin boys, and she has 3 kids. right?
Another
third
boy.
kid. Yeah, another boy that came along. Yeah, and she's in Santa Clara, California, and she's a great lady, fantastic person.
Yeah, and we have a waiting list of people that would like to come on board.
When we need people, we have a list of people that are ready to come.
But you guys are a prime example of how a company can function if they have engaged employees.
Yeah,
It's a great story that you guys have, is that nobody leaves. They want to come back. If they do, they want to come back.
Listen, I was really, really lucky in the fact that I got to choose everybody along the way, right? There was no dictated people to me. I got to pick. I got to interview everybody. Raymond, I knew we've known each other for 20 years. 19 years. 19 years we've known each other.
Really?
Yeah. I started with Raymond. Raymond started with me at Touchstar. I was employee 6 and he was 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So when we connected, it was nerd stuff. And then it was like, okay, Raymond can learn things. We can do stuff.
Well, and we care about people.
And we care about people.
don't
And
want
it's
the
super
corporate
easy.
atmosphere.
It's super easy to be, I would say, not aggressively successful, because those people end up with like their asshole categories above their names and titles, right? But I would say wildly successful as a business owner in this realm with these individuals that I got to handpick with my business partner, Shad, that we've got to do for 14 years. I would call that wildly successful.
Under your terms.
Yeah, I'm not sailing on a Jeff Bezos yacht, right? We're not doing that, but we've had a great time. We've all treated each other very well, and we've treated customers very well at the same time.
That's a recipe for success.
Absolutely.
And people, a lot of clients don't get that. The ones that do, it's a completely different vibe, right?
Yeah. You want to
culture.
go there.
Yeah, your consultative
You wanna go.
process.
There's
is-
clients you want to go to, and there's clients you don't want to go to, right?
That's
And I'm not, obviously don't call anybody out, but that happens. You know, there's people that you really want to go to, and there's people that you really like. Oh, I got to go here.
It's so funny you say that, because when I try to explain vendor relationships and whether it's so critical, so important to have good relationships with vendors, it's lost on a lot of clients. They're like, we pay them, they should provide the services.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
So you know what? If you have 5 vendors and you're paying them equal amounts, or I'm sorry, some of your vendors, and you're not one of the bigger clients they have,
Yeah.
and you treat them like, lower class or whatever, you want timeliness, you want accuracy, you want attention, you want all that. If you don't treat them and have a good relationship, they're going to consider your needs or requests behind the other ones.
That's right.
And so it's and by the way, what's the golden rule?
Yeah.
Treat people like you'd like to be treated.
Yeah.
It's a great way to run a business.
I tell this story a lot, and I'm going to really make it brief, but we had a fiber circuit that was going in Kansas. There was a $5,000 expedite fee and a 90-day window. I told the owner that I was working for at the time, give me $300. And he goes, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to buy breakfast for the install shop in that area that runs fiber for the company they were buying fiber from. Within 30 minutes of that breakfast being delivered, I got a phone call. They went to the building, they plugged in the fiber, and they turned us on in 2 weeks. $300, food, a gesture, right? People really respond to a gesture.
Oh, sure.
Right? They don't, I mean, you can put cash in front of them and hang a check out there and say, hey, you can have, or the corporation can have it. But nobody looks at the employees that do it. And if you say, hey, I got a case of beer for you, would you take a look at my circuit? Absolutely. Where are you at? Right?
Totally.
So for a fifth of the cost, or for a 20th of the cost of the expedite fee, I got that thing through in 2 weeks versus 90 days.
That's a prime example.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just treat each other well.
Absolutely.
Yep. And you'll get a lot more out of people. For sure.
Absolutely.
And a case of beer is a good commodity to have.
It's always a good commodity to have. Well, Steve, I know we're limited on time today, so are we okay?
Yeah.
We're okay? All right.
Got about 20, 25.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So you've gone from Mosaic, and your next adventure in this chapter of your life is NBRI.
Right.
Okay. Tell us about NBRI more, because you've already started segueing into it.
It's a really interesting company. One, this part of the strategy is how to kind of marry up these two companies. Mosaic, get the services into other clients. Mosaic's all banking, right?
Yeah.
NBRI is, tens and tens of industries.
Yeah.
So the focus has been NBRI because Mosaic is word of mouth. Right. So as those opportunities come, it's great.
Yeah.
But trying to get organic growth
now it's going to be
marketing
it's going to be word of real.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. And Mosaic has great products, services.
Yeah.
Strong relationships. One of our clients has been with us now 28 years.
Well, no doubt.
And we took them.
That's awesome.
We took them, and that is our, lack of better terms, our not flagship. But is flagship the right?
You're talking about like franchise player.
Like yes.
Yeah, they're your franchise player.
They are a franchise player.
Yeah. That
CEO is brilliant.
Oh, that's cool.
He loves culture and building a culture. He loves recognition. He loves but he's also high on accountability, metrics. He combines the two because usually it's one or the other.
Oh yeah.
He combines it all. He's the most successful credit union I've ever seen. They had 6 years of 25% organic growth.
Wow.
Whoa.
Profit. Credit
deposits.
Wow.
Profit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyhow, they're an amazing success story, and they brought in everything we do.
Yeah.
And we're coming up with different things constantly with them.
We got clients like that too.
Really unique.
Yeah. They want to try everything that we think about. Right.
But that means you not just created a relationship, you created value, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes, yeah.
So NBRI is it's an online research company that does primarily employee and customer satisfaction, does some market research, does some other stuff, but
sure.
We work with casinos,
Okay.
senior healthcare,
Okay.
aerospace.
Ooh.
I'm not laughing at this. It just really, you don't know these companies are out there. Nationwide landscaping companies.
Really? Okay. Like lawn care companies.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Let's see.
Politics.
Transportation. So trucking and maritime. We're doing
Boats?
surveys. Yeah, we're doing surveys on those oil tankers.
Yeah.
And
What a
we're
variety.
sending paper surveys to them so they can take them while they're on the boats. We're working with and we can say this, NATO. It's
What,
yeah.
Hang on a second. We can say what at NATO?
that we can announce that we work with them
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
because they gave us permission.
Okay.
But it's from a small 3-office financial advisory firm to these massive multinational corporations. So it's a unique company that most of our competitors that work with big companies can't afford to work with small ones.
Right.
But we have a business model that allows us to do that.
That's pretty cool.
And we've changed the model of our company to be more consultative, bringing all that experience into it.
Of course.
And the clients really react to it very well. We're teaching how to create KPIs to providing service skills training for some trucking companies.
Yeah, of course.
You would be shocked how hungry employees are for training.
Yeah. To learn something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have an opportunity to get trained on something new? Yes, I'll take it. What is it? Where do I go? It's a 2-day thing over here.
And the least engaged employees don't care about the training, right?
Yeah.
They're there for a paycheck, and they may be negative people. We call those brotherhood of the miserable. You want to get that poison out.
Yeah, we don't need that,
But
or at least identified it, right?
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, if the culture supports that, they come to you. They want to learn, right?
Yeah.
And if the culture is negative, you got a bunch of those guys down there in that pit of misery, and they waller in it.
I think back to something I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
When people think of surveys, they think of it as a commodity. Like, we'll just go do it on SurveyMonkey.
Right.
And they find out, this is, don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They come to us. We're full service research, and we're white glove. We've got big competitors that they've got that fancy bells and whistles on that software platform, but you got to do it yourself.
Right.
Okay. We don't do that because you're going to miss a lot of the value that these surveys bring.
Yeah.
So we're full service. We've got full-time day-to-day project management.
Yep.
We've got project support engineers that work in the background in terms of building all the surveys on the platform and getting those deployed in an effective manner, timely manner. But that project manager is with you every day. However, on the outset of the program, we're going to work with you and collaborate with you on that survey design because in research, we say junk in, junk out.
Of course. Yep.
Absolutely.
So that's
Garbage in, garbage out.
Got to ask the right questions.
Yep.
But you got to map it to the objectives. You got to map it to your strategy as a company because of the value that survey research comes. Like my business partner always says, and I love it. He says to a prospect, do you want to know what your customers and employees are saying? Well, yeah. You want to know how they feel? Yeah. But then you got to ask them. And I'm like, pretty smart.
Let's keep it simple, stupid, right?
Oh yeah, he's so funny.
That's awesome.
So it's an initial design. The methodology. Are we doing text, email? The typical.
Sure. How are we delivering?
Stuff.
What's the logistics of it? Yeah.
And, some clients come in with hey, we've got this 70-question survey. We want you guys to. It's not going to happen.
70 questions.
What do you're not doing anything with 70 questions.
Yeah. Who's answering 70
nobody will
questions?
answer.
Yeah, and the
unless
quality
it's a
of the
massive
data.
incentive, right?
I have 70 questions for you. Right?
$15.
Steve's like, I got to go.
Amazon
You got an hour.
Yeah, right.
So we go through the process, data collection, and in the meantime, if a survey's triggered with somebody's upset or somebody's super happy, get that out to the employees. Take care of that.
Take action.
Consistency of service of the year.
Actionable.
Take action.
Yeah, take action.
And
Reach
then
out.
Conduct the reporting. Reach out.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, solving problems for a customer, you actually create more loyal customers,
Of course you do.
right?
Yeah,
they were there for you.
Absolutely.
Dude.
Everyone's worried about
Are you
a problem.
case in point? Aren't you case in point?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely, exactly.
Well, and they remember it too. They come back. Steve came and saved us that
Noah
day.
and
Remember?
Raymond saved my
That's
ass in
right.
2015.
Basically.
Yeah, we had
That's
that
basically-
serendipitous conversation, and we were talking. And,
That's kind of how it went.
Absolutely.
yeah.
So then we have the reporting platform, Anybody can access it, the client side, if they want.
Yeah.
You can cut and slice the data, and then we create, executive summary that really sums up everything. What are the highlights at an aggregate level? Some of the lower levels as well, but then we get into key findings and recommendations. And what do you do with this? How do you improve? How do you move that needle? And we have 30 years each experience in doing this. We know best practice. And the great thing about NBRI that makes us unique, that, to your point, we have benchmarks.
Yeah.
Crazy benchmarks across every industry. We work with HOAs. We have benchmarks for HOAs.
Yeah.
Right?
That's cool.
It's really, it's kind of
interesting. Across the board, it sounds like you have all these different cross sections of industry information that you can really and leverage some previous historical research information and provide insight to each one of these different, right?
Yeah.
Because you're kind of taking yourself from all these other experiences and plugging them into these new ones.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we, for us, it's all about the customer experience. And when our customers tell us that, we help them move the needle, that is music to our ears.
Well, tell how people,
you're being successful.
How can people find NBRI? Like what are they looking for?
So we're at our URL website is NBRII.com. That's National Business Research Institute Incorporated, NBRII.com. Our phone number is, it's on
800.
It's on the website.
800-756-6168.
I sound like a radio.
You're welcome. Do you like
a
that?
Sportscaster.
Yeah. Listen, Steve, I know you're limited on time, but Raymond has one more question. Raymond, go, and then I'll
Thank you
wrap
so
this
much
up for Steve.
So you were saying that when you took over NBRI, there was not so much of a culture for following up the actionable items. What are we doing with this executive summary? What are we doing with this report? And now you've built the culture internally there at NBRI that your team is giving consultative advice, and the consumers are absorbing that, and that's continuing to grow, and that's helping lift you guys up? Or?
Yeah, it's a differentiator. Like I said, we're white glove. We're competing against software companies most of the time.
Yeah.
And so when they see, they have the aha moment, once we get an audience, once we get ears, they have an aha moment.
Yeah,
so
you're
when
providing that personal touch.
You see the value prop there.
Just very small detail things like we call them double-barreled question. If somebody says, well, I came into the store and Raymond, and I asked them on the survey, was Raymond helpful and friendly? Well, that's double-barreled. He might have been helpful, but he wasn't friendly.
Yeah.
Right? So it just, that's really detail stuff, but that's what a lot of customers don't take into perspective when they go through this.
Yeah, and they start evaluating and setting up these surveys. And plus, not only that, I think you missed one of the key things that consultative approach brings. When you look at reporting, how do you analyze the data and make decisionable actions on that data, right? A lot of people don't even know how to read reports.
Absolutely.
Even financial reports. Like if you're looking at it like a balance sheet, that simple balance sheet can mean different things to different people depending on how they analyze the numbers, right?
And you said the key term, too, is actionable.
Actionable.
Is this actionable, or is this nice to know?
Or okay, great. We're in our metric. We're fine. No actions. Or we're good. The actionable item is we're good, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to follow up and have accountability wraps that into a full circle.
The accountability piece is critical.
Listen, you wrapped up that last piece like a rock star. I hope you know that.
Oh.
All that to that last, segment of 6 or 7 minutes where you were talking about NBRI and how you deliver white glove. That was perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, that's how this works. Do you see the
fun.
cadence?
Yeah, this is great.
And you end up with an hour and 3 minutes of long form production. You're going to end up with 40 clips and reels that you're going to be like, I can use these. Mm-hmm. And you're going to link to them. Nothing. We got you a bottle of scotch. Thank you.
You did that.
Look, come on, man.
We've
known each other for
that's the best Christmas gift I've had in 20 years.
Get out of here, man. We've known each other for at least 10 years, probably 11, if we really go back and look at the emails. Yeah. It's great to have you.
It's great to
This
have
has been
you.
great. You guys, I don't know how you came up with this.
Yeah.
But this is really cool.
We're going to do this more. We've got customers here. You're here. We're going to make sure you show up. We're going to get you bottles of scotch. And we appreciate you, man. Take care, Steve.
Thanks, buddy.
You've got it.
Great to have you here.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye.